Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. On the move past the 40, still on his feet. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let him know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced incompletion.
He had him open, just a split second to release. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, they're ready to force turnovers. 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he will have Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They get 25 yards out of that one, and that's good for a Miami first down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out.
Deontay Hardy on the return. The Saints take over first down 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Tua going to throw. Open man is Waddle, complete. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
14, Saints 3.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. The Saints at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, Winston. Thomas brings it in. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another good game. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit, or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point, and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
It's Hill, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
A gain of 15.
Right back to him on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. 53 yards on the ground for him so far. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Second and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
Brings up third and less than a yard.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. That was a lightning-fast incompletion. He got it, he threw it, and it fell to the ground.
What's that expression, life comes at you fast? In this case, the defenders came even faster, incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua, that's going to be caught by Waddle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Lutz good on the extra point. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Throw that side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Tua setting up shop to throw again. He's going to air one out. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. Return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he takes it past the 45 and down to the 46. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many of that on 3rd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
By number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side, so now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a three-possession game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Play action now. Winston. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10.
At the 43-yard line.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. In motion comes the tight end left. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 3rd down, Winston. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They complete it to Hill. And some room to work. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jameis to throw it. The pass caught by Olave. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. To throw, Winston. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From just shy of midfield, Winston locates Kamara on the out route. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Going quickly here to Thomas. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Finding Alvin Kamara for the completion. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, 28 yards. And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. They'll turn to Kamara, and he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 15.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the and my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so it probably should have opted for the touchback.
Saints take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points and there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Third down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Boy, effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first and 10, Winston. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So the penalty on the offense, no need to accept that. They'll decline it, and the interception will stand.
Come on, set. Black shot. Black red. Go red. Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is incomplete with the clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea with the top